your pass card, the moon. The moon is the subconscious in all its illusions, potential pitfalls, and the possibility of self-deception. It could mean, and it was upright, trickery, melancholy, anguish, illusion, insecurity.
Loon Katarina, you must sit still. It is unbecoming of such.
But the needles hurt. I don't see anyone else getting stabbed over and over again.
Katarina, you are a Luna Solmera and you have responsibilities and obligations you may fully not understand yet, but you must fulfill them.
Heading on my way out. I have some work at Kingdom Building that I need to take care of.
You're gonna leave early. We haven't even got to spend much time together.
I figure you are the host. I don't wish to take too much of your time.
You haven't taken any of it.
Precisely the worry.
The meeting with the Sovereign and his son is soon. Remain poised, Katarina. Do not let your manners falter in the slightest. I do not want them to identify a single fault. You never know what someone might use against you.
I understand, Father. I will meet your expectations. Why did I attend this stuffy meeting anyways? I could be at home right now in the garden. It's dark and cold here. Obligation this, obligation that. Blah, 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 blah.
Your present card is the Seven of Cups. They mean upright, daydreaming, fantasy, decisions, wistful thinking, and procrastination. So, at least from what the card shows, it seems you're faced with many of the choices. And it might seem to be a bit hard, maybe that's where the procrastination is coming from. But from what I'm looking at, none of the choices that you have are bad choices. They all seem to be good in some sort of way.
Milady, aren't you excited? It's your first debut to the other courts. You are quite young to be attending an event like this, but it goes to show how much faith your father has in you. For all your complaining when you were younger, you are truly lovely.
More nervous than excited, but showing uncertainty will just bring about a scolding. I'm very much excited. A banquet with so many and I get to wear a phenomenal dress. I look stunning, right?
You're a marvel to behold. Wait here a moment while I go fetch your tea.
I wonder if the prince will be there. I haven't seen him in ages, and I wonder if he's grown into his look since I last saw him. He was really cute when we first met. I wonder if we'll be able to speak more when we're both at these banquets. Perhaps I am excited.
With all the privileges you receive from being born into your position, it also comes with obligations, as you are well aware of, Katarina. Any one of your actions can have great consequences on others. Keep that in mind at the Academy. With this crown situation occurring, we must do everything we can to protect our people and their way of life. Our court is counting on you.
And for your future, Six of Swords. Sword, stability, escape, and journeys. The card shows two people together down a river, escaping from what they knew. Going for a new adventure, maybe a new civilization, just something
A new
new
kingdom
that
if I
gives
get
them
the
both
crown.
Okay. Prosperity, freedom. Let's see what that says in its full length. Prosperity, freedom, that is page 47. You soon free yourself from the financial concerns that have troubled you of late. A steady stream of abundance flows into your life, and this has a positive effect on many levels. Love, wealth, creativity, and healing all increase and grow stronger. But in order to keep the flow of abundance, there must be gratitude. Do not take things for granted. Be careful, or be grateful. Love, share, and put your abundance to good use. Know that you truly deserve all the blessings that come to you each day. You deserve to be happy, and know at the core of your being that exists a pure golden essence which gives you infinite capacity to create and draw abundance into your life. Remember, always look within, go beyond the superficial personality, and connect with your true essence of everyone and everything around you. Know also that money is simply energy, and energy must always flow. Stagnant energy creates blockages, so keep giving and receiving. There you are.
Hey, that sounds rather nice. I appreciate the time you spent on this.
Of course.
How long have I been asleep? It's still daytime? Or is it the next day? I can't afford. I can't afford to not be perfect, Katarina. And it doesn't matter how you feel, Katarina. It doesn't matter your duties and your obligations. They come first. I'm in the wrong. It was me in the wrong. I need to apologize. I need to meet with the prince and apologize. I failed escorting him. I wasn't the perfect escort, and I caused him offense. I wasn't good enough. I made a mistake. I misprioritized. I didn't behave as I should have. It's okay. It's okay. I can be upset. I'm allowed to be upset. I just have to get over it. And I'm going to be over it. I will get over it. Yes, he left me hanging. He left me abandoned. He left me on Valentine's Day. It's okay. It's okay. He's allowed to leave. I have no jurisdiction over him, and I caused him offense. He felt disrespected, and he left. I just need to figure out a way to get him to forgive me. How do I get him to forgive me? He needs to forgive me. I can prepare a letter and speak with him. I feel like speaking might be better, but I can't afford to mess it up. I can't afford to be on his bad side. Especially if Cerulean also has taken offense to the fact that we didn't properly prepare for them being here. We didn't properly prepare conduits. There weren't enough water breathing. They came to the grounds when I said there'd be water breathing. There wasn't water breathing. The Crown Duchess seemed friendly when I spoke with her, but there's also the issue of the tridents. Oh, how long was I asleep? I need to get that book mailed to her. There's the issue of the tridents I need to get sorted.
not issue, but just she seems to be unaware. I thought she would be aware. I know I was unaware, but that was me. That was my fault. I messed up. I didn't know something. I didn't study hard enough. I should have done better. I should have been more properly prepared. I lacked as a hostess. I should perhaps prepare an apology gift for Cerulean as well. Perhaps I will purchase many water-breathing potions from Lady Daphne and mail them, and apologies with them, as they had to use their own prior to them being set up. And okay, that's not the big deal. The big deal is I don't know how to... I've had difficulties with nobles in the past, and I can resolve them. I can do the same with Cerulean. I can do the same with the prince. I can't have faults. I've never meant to have faults. This was supposed to be the perfect event, and it was far from perfect. The event was horrible. This was terrible. The best dress was thrown together hastily. The conduit wasn't set up. The water-breathing potions weren't properly prepared. I wasn't able to entertain my guest. And I wasn't able to entertain my companion for the event. I failed. I failed, but I can't acknowledge that I failed. If I acknowledge that I did completely fail, that looks bad on my reputation. I have to limit the damage to my reputation, so I need to ensure things get settled. I need to make sure it goes over smoothly. Alright, let's go to school. I get the book ready for the Crown Duchess. Perhaps handing it off to her, maybe making it more personal. I hand her the gift and the book and the gift with apologies for the lack of potions. Perhaps I can go through and purchase all the water-breathing potions that Lady Daphne has left in stock. Okay. No, I can't do that right now. I'm too panicked, too frazzled. I risk doing things wrong. Okay. I'm running around, panicking. I sit down and go through my thoughts properly. I can do that. I can do that. As a past loon, as a current soul, as a noble of Solmera, I have duties, responsibilities, obligations. My actions, my words have effects on many people. Many. If it means relations with bloodmen are maintained, then I can admit fault for the event. I failed to entertain it as my guest. He mentioned I didn't spend any time with him. But I tried. I really wanted to. I really tried every time. Every time I stepped away, I invited him to come with me. And he didn't want to. I sent many missives trying to find where he was, and he never responded. I wanted to spend time with him. But he told me that he understands and I'll be busy as hostess. And so when the water-breathing potions weren't set up, I had to go do that. I couldn't leave that in the hands of Daphne. I did leave that into the hands of Daphne, and she didn't do it. She didn't do it. I literally talked to her right before the festival started, and they weren't set up, and I said, you need to get these set up or give them to me so I can set them up, and she wanted to do it, and so I trusted her to do it. And while she was to do that, I was going to go get the guest from one side of the summoning circle to the other. Despite not knowing how it worked, Prince Ezra showed me how. And yet, they came through and there was still no water breathing to be found. None. And so, yes, I had to leave the prince's side to have Daphne, to watch Daphne do it, because clearly she wasn't going to do it if she wasn't being observed. And I did offer for him to come with us, and he refused, didn't I? Did I forget to offer? I'm not meant to let anyone, let alone Bloodwind, find a single fault within me. Butterflies are perfection. I am meant to be a butterfly, socially, beautifully, and feels like my wings just got snipped. I was so excited. Perhaps I let the excitement get the best of me, and I find myself more lax around the prince, more comfortable. I shouldn't have allowed that. I was unprofessional. Had I maintained my professionalism, perhaps things would have been more understandable, but instead I felt it got too personal. I wanted it to be personal, but if personal is going to put my court at risk, I cannot be personal. If personal means I risk the stability my father and past generations have built, I can't be. I care dearly for the prince. Perhaps it might just be what others consider a schoolgirl crush or crush, childhood crush. I've always thought of him fondly since we were younger. Always. Even when he was quiet at the banquets. Even when I tried to approach for conversation and personal feelings are going to get me hurt. Personal feelings are going to get me hurt. What's something else to focus on? Perhaps it's not entirely a different topic, but let's see. The card reading, the past, present, and future that Lady Rosalind did for me. What was it again? I feel like I remembered it in my dream, too. What, my past was an upright moon. What is that? Self-deception. My past, I was a loon, so anything with a moon on the card, it feels rather fitting. But past deceptions. What? I let my past self be fooled by what? I don't know enough about these cards. Present was 7 of Cups, or Ups? What was it? Something of that sort. Daydreaming, fantasy, wishful thinking, procrastination. And that's right. I daydream of what me and the prince could be, fantasize about it, the wishful thinking about it. What's wrong with wishful thinking? Prince aside, what's wrong with wishful thinking? I know I'm idealistic at times. Other times I'm more pessimistic, but if I only speak of the bad, if I only doubt things, people will doubt me. People will be nervous of the future, and I can't be the leader that makes our people nervous of the future. It's my responsibility to ensure their well-being, ensure their happiness. That's why I'm here and why I want to win the crown, to protect it. I want to protect our way of life. Yet, I feel like I haven't been trying hard enough. I've been procrastinating, trying hard enough. Is it really procrastinating? I've been busy. I regularly exchange mail with Father. I do work for him still while we're here between my classwork and studies. I work on the festival, I work on kingdom building. My prioritization wrong. Maybe I need to prioritize differently. What was future? 6 of Swords. I can't say that swords, the notion of it seems super appealing to me. Would I wield one to protect my court? I would do anything to protect my court. If it means to ensure the well-being of my court, I would do anything. It is my responsibility. It is my obligation. And I'm happy to do so. She mentioned something about it's what 2 people on a river together escaping from what they knew, but for that to be my future, that isn't possible. Maybe I'm taking it too literally. Literally in the sense that I would be escaping from my responsibilities, and I must never do that. I must never escape what I knew and abandon what is behind. But it also mentioned healing and moving forward, stability. So moving forward, getting over these immature, girlish feelings I've harbored for the prince. Is it even possible to do that? Is it possible to just shut off the emotion that I've been feeling for a majority of my life? He's not someone I can ever abandon. He's not someone that I ever have the choice to abandon. That is not possible. What's related to the 6 of Swords? Despite your sadness, you need to remember moving on is the ideal option for your future. So moving on from him would be for the best. Moving on. Moving on. I already talked about, I don't necessarily have to, it's not like the feelings will just disappear, but only approaching him with a professional context, a political context. Mixing business and pleasure doesn't go well. It hurts feelings. And I knew this is a case of that. Sure, if Father heard about my dwellings and my mind wandering as this, I would get a scolding. stops me from sleeping out here during the night. I can't say this is the most insulated area. What was the last part that Lady Rosalind spoke about? Something about to be grateful for the things I have, don't take them for granted. Love and share and put it to good use. That's already what I do. That's what every noble of Solmera should be doing. The privilege and bountifulness that we receive, it is our responsibility as a noble to ensure that gets passed down, to ensure that the community prospers. A noble that doesn't do that is not worthy of their title. Happiness for nobility is nothing but a privilege. It's not a requirement. It's not an obligation. Do I desire to be happy? Most certainly. No matter the situation I am in, I'm going to try to find the way to gain happiness from it. Who wouldn't? Who would not? Who would want to suffer and despair? If I just accept my fate and despair about it, if I don't work to see it in a positive light, that sounds utterly miserable. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to dread what is to come. I want to proactively do what I can to improve my mindset on things. Perhaps I go mining and clear my head a bit before I grace others with my presence. I do want to be careful with this gown, but let's so see if we can find where a good cave would be. What am I doing? Oh, here's a trident. I never know what to do with myself at times. There's another skeleton horse over here. Are you alone, or are you going to explode with many? I think you're safe. He's still trying. There are tridents up here. I feel like since coming to the academy, I haven't really gotten a break, a chance to sit and think all too much, have I? Sure, at home it was work as well, but admittedly, oh, there's another one. I feel as if my time at the academy has brought on more stress, which is fair. At the academy, there's more weight on my shoulders. There's more at play. Despite all being one kingdom, we are 4 different courts. We are 4 different heirs seeking out a crown. And we're being pit against each other. Why are we being pit against each other? There's no way for unity. I suppose so far it hasn't been terribly, I suppose, toxic in the realm of competition. Sure, things have sparked here and there, but it hasn't, I suppose, been the worst it could have been. I believe it could have been significantly worse. I believe these pranks on bedrooms could have instead been assassins sent after me, bounty hunters. So I should be thankful for the little things in that. There's... Hello? And there's many people at the academy that I must say I'm not the largest fan of, but if these are the people that we must choose among to be on the crown's court, I know I can't be at odds with anyone. So perhaps laxing my opinion in some way. Though, if I'm being completely honest, I physically cannot see myself laxing my opinion on that Violet girl. Oh, you're so cute. Hello. How could I lax my opinion on her? What she seems to play off as ignorance. What seems to play off as childish whims at times, despite her being an adult if she's at this academy. It doesn't take formal training to be respectful, let alone at Bloodwind. Bloodwind, the court that prides itself on respect, that isn't something that needs... That is just something that should be. Obviously, not everyone is the same upbringing. I have the Fenwicks here, noble in name only, and they certainly have issues, or had issues with etiquette, but they have improved greatly in the short time since they came to the academy, and I wouldn't dream of any of them offending another court, another head heir, so plainfully as Violet seems to do so comfortably. What do you mean you asked my loon to work as a servant, as a maid within a cafe? What do you mean you agreed to Vali? You have a reputation to maintain and uphold. And I don't want people at home to look down on you because of this. They wouldn't dare to. You're a loon. They can't dare to. But it's gonna bring up questions. That girl got off to the wrong foot with me, it seems like immediately. Trying to demand a fellow folk into a physical combat duel, even when they declined. Still pushing for it because you offended them, and because you want to make it right, even though they're the one that got offended, you want to fight them. That isn't not understanding, that isn't ignorance. That is stupidity, is it not? You don't even have to, Felfolk customs aside, ignoring even, so if she had no education regarding Felfolk, it shouldn't matter. Because in no way, shape, or form should it be appropriate for anyone to try to force someone else into a duel because you feel bad that you made them feel bad. You feel bad that they got upset with you because you crossed boundaries. She crossed Lizzaylia's boundaries and seemed to continue to try to push them. Her general manners are lacking, but many of the people at the academy are, so I don't want to hold that directly against her, but it is still there. Then asking my loon to work as a maid, having the idea to have a cat-maid cafe as if we are servants, as if cats are servants. they're not. Werewolf. They're not servants. There's a lot of respect to them. And how does one who has been at this academy for months now genuinely come up with the idea with pure innocence that placing cats in a position of servitude to have maids and waiters act as cat maids that doesn't matter if, oh, I wasn't raised to be taught that was bad. You are at an academy, you are in a kingdom where a fourth of your population are fell folk. A fourth of your population have great respect and envy of felines. She's close with Lizzaylia. She should know at least the bare basics of our culture. She should know that the cats that we address at the academy are lords and ladies. We address them as we would nobles because they are nobles to us. And yet, it still didn't cross her mind herself that that would be inappropriate. It took someone else telling her. And then she thought that the best course of action was to approach me about it at the Valentine's Day festival. She lacks any sense for tone. And genuinely, I can't believe that this is naivety and this is genuine innocence, and I didn't know. Because it's constant. She constantly disrespects our court. And yet the prince has her as an acting viscountess. At this academy, she's placed on the same level as my loons, who wouldn't ever dare to insult someone so boldly. Her making amends was to approach me at the Valentine's Day festival with a member of Court Singerloon. If she's apologizing for the offense that her idea had, I don't know. I don't like that girl, and I don't want her ever anywhere close to that throne. I know if I win the crown, I won't be choosing her, but what of others? They most certainly wouldn't. She has no redeeming qualities to be an heir. I'm sure she does have redeeming qualities for other aspects. I'm sure she's friends with Lizzaylia, so I'm sure she has the perks to her. I'm sure there are appealing charms about her. But when it comes to being an heir, she lacks the responsibility. And I fear that should she ever be put in a position of power above my court, what she might inflict upon us and claim its ignorance. The future is uncertain. It always is. I feel a bit more calmed down, so I suppose I should head to the academy now to get that gift prepared for the Crown Duchess. Before I do see a kitty here. Do I have any? I know I don't have much, but is this enough to make you appreciate me, perhaps? Hi. Hello. Do you like goldfish? No, you don't. I see. Well, I don't have any other fish, unfortunately. That is a shame. I will head back then.